We're very happy to have you back, even for a short visit.
Live from the sub-basement of the Wicked Theory Laboratories, this is a special episode of the Wicked Theory Podcast. This week, I'm Bill, by the way. And then this week, I'm joined by Agent Palmer down here in the sub-basements where it's creepy and dark, and I guess things get a little nerdy. And Palmer's got a quiz for me. I'm gonna take a test. I'm gonna take a test of the nerdy broadcasting system or something like this.
The Geek Test.
Geek Test. And, one of the things that's going to be fun about it is that at the end of all this, I'm going to get a grade, right? Or a score.
You are.
I am. And so then people can take this test themselves and see how they do. And that sounds like a good time.
Compare yourself to Bill. And myself. I have also taken the test.
Ooh. So, I don't know how much of a setup that we really need besides that. Not much, right? I mean, that pretty much says it all. It is what it is. All right.
It is what it is.
Agent Palmer, for those of you who don't know, is a friend of the show. He's a producer of sorts, roundabout town, a podcast vagabond, mercenary, maybe, nomad, something like that.
Yeah,
I think that's
all of those things.
All of those things. Not as much money, though, probably as those things imply, but you're giving it a shot. And every now and then he comes over here, he helps us out, too. So big thanks to you for helping me drum up this episode. And I guess we'll get on the show on the road. All right. I'll just let's just get right into it, buddy.
Are you ready?
Where do we start?
Is your number 2 pencil sharpened?
No, but we'll start anyway. I'll whittle it down with my teeth as we go.
All right. Okay, so the first section is things that you have done.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you, have you programmed a calculator in math class?
No.
Studied a language on your own?
No.
Indexed and cataloged any personal collection?
Despite the fact that I have all these comic books? No. That I have all these 17 long boxes worth of comic books? All out of order. Go ahead.
Have you done homework that wasn't required?
Never. Absolutely never.
Have you done homework for someone else?
If we're going to count little kids, helping little kids with, take-home sheets and such like that, then yeah, sure.
Have you looked forward to dissecting a pig or a frog, etc.?
I kind of did, but it never happened. It never happened in school.
Have you looked forward to doing your taxes?
No. No.
I actually have to stop for a second. I laughed when I saw that question.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess that's like just, I don't know what kind of nerd that is or geek, but academic, I guess.
Have you ever dated a geek?
Sure. Yes.
Have you ever married a geek?
No, can't say I have. Not yet.
Have you ever attended a public academic lecture on your own?
Public academic lecture? No. No.
Have you studied an artificial language, such as Klingon?
Studied? No, not studied. Not to that extent. Looked it up to find something for a joke? Sure. Research, maybe, but not studied.
Have you ever created your own artificial language?
Wow. I don't know if it counts. Just being a goofball around the house, and I guess.
See, I get the feeling.
Talking to myself, I'm trying to just be when the cameras aren't on. You know what I mean?
I get the feeling any siblings have that checkbox. I really do.
Well, I don't know. What do you mean? Just like some kind of secret shorthand? Like,
yeah,
I think it definitely exists. Not in my house, though. Yeah, our secret shorthand was the hands, like fist to the face, punch to the gut, push down a flight of stairs, stuff like that.
All right, so you haven't created your own. So we'll okay. Have you ever filed the census as your persona?
No. That's a question for you, motherfucker.
I guess so. Have you ever worn 2 watches at the same time?
No.
And then the follow-up is, have you ever worn 2 watches at the same time to keep track of multiple time zones?
Multiple timelines. Multiple, yeah, that's not...
When you're watching The Flash.
Right, well,
yeah,
that's
I get
what it is, It gets confusing. But no, I can't say that I have. I would think that would be the reason to wear 2 watches anyway. It's odd that they would put a second... Like, that's what I thought was the reason for the first question. And then it gets so specific as if there was another reason. I don't know. Continue.
Have you ever named a pet or child after a scientist, inventor, or technical term?
Or after a tech... no, definitely not.
What about after a gaming, literary, or B-movie character?
Sure. I had a mouse that, when I was a kid, I actually had a T-shirt first that had... Rambo was big at the time, so it was like a drawing or whatever. It was really cartoony. It was you could probably look it up. It was Ratbo, and it was just a skinny mouse, like with the big machine gun kind of a thing, and like the logo, parody kind of image. And later on, I ended up, like, there was a thing with small trend in the neighborhood. Everyone was buying feeder mice, like white mice, and keeping them as a pet instead of like a hamster or a gerbil or something. So mine was Ratbo. So there you go. I guess that falls in that.
It does. And what about after a mythological being?
Not that I recall, but it's possible.
I'm going to give that to you.
Okay. It's not like, hey, my dog was Falcor, but if I had one now, I'm waiting. Like, if I get a dog, that's immediately, doesn't matter what he looks like, or she,
okay.
or she.
Do you have a PhD?
Not currently.
Okay.
You never know.
All right. Have you ever had perfect attendance in high school?
No.
What about in college?
No.
Have you ever taken notes in more than one color?
Yeah, probably.
Have you ever thought you could win a quiz show?
Sure. It would have to be a very lax kind of quiz show, but yeah, I can see it.
Have you ever corrected a professor in class?
If we're keeping it loose, I'll say yeah, teacher, something like that. Yeah, maybe.
Yep. Have you ever corrected a salesperson on technical specs?
No.
What about correcting a supervisor on spelling, grammar, or technical specs?
Who was the person? A supervisor?
Supervisor. I would say a boss of any kind.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Sure.
Have you ever written a letter to the editor?
No.
Fanfic.
No.
Songs or music inspired by anything geeky?
Parodies, maybe?
That would count.
I would feel like that's a thing somewhere. I think I've done.
What about written a fan film?
I wrote a 3-minute, just to let you in, I guess. I wrote a 3-minute script for what would be if they made a remake of Different Strokes for like A&E or HBO. And the basic thing is that it's really just a script for the trailer. So it's weird that it runs as many pages as it does because it's a time shift thing. But so I had that stuck in my head for several days. And it's like, if I don't write this out, it's never going to go away because I kept on seeing all this imagery for it. Like this
very
really
nice.
Cool kind of trailer, very modern and shit. Like, and all these twists that were happening, spins on the original story and shit. And I was like, that's fucking funny. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Have you ever produced, directed, and or starred in a fan film?
No, sir.
So when are we doing the trailer?
when we get a budget that makes it not look like shit.
All right. Have you ever written hypertext fiction?
I didn't even know that's a thing.
I didn't either.
I don't even know what that fucking means. Like, who gets... I don't... Wow. What? I don't know. Let's just keep going.
All right. What about written for a webzine?
Webzine. No.
So I would presume you haven't created a webzine.
No.
Have you ever had a subscription to a sci-fi or computer magazine?
Sure.
What about an anthropological or history magazine?
Growing up, we had National Geographic.
I think that would definitely count.
I think that covers both of those.
Yes. Well, what about a nature or science magazine?
Again, National Geographic.
Yes. How about a financial or literary magazine?
Financial. No.
What about a games or a gaming magazine?
Sure. Yeah, for a little while.
Have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube?
No. Not without moving the stickers around.
Well, the rest of this is going to be... what about solved more than one type of Rubik's Cube?
No, well, I think I almost solved Rubik's Snake, if you remember that.
Yes.
Which was this flat thing that would just kind of fold endlessly. Mind-boggling. Another mind-boggling device, but continue.
What about solved an entire 500-plus piece puzzle?
No, but I watched my mother do that. My mother was a puzzle person. So there would always be that big board in the living room with a big puzzle on it, and it would get bumped all the time. Puzzle pieces everywhere. But there you go. No, I never went that big. I've done some puzzles, but not that big.
All right, so now we are on to the You Have Been section.
Okay.
You have been Geek of the Year or equivalent at something.
Geek of the Year?
Or Top Geek or Top Nerd.
Oh, like I was voted or I was selected? Yeah, no such.
Yes.
No such.
You've been in AV Club.
No.
A theater techie.
No.
To a game convention.
No.
To a Comic-Con.
Yes.
To any other kind of geek con.
No.
To a con as a cosplayer.
No. Well, I'm going as a douche. But outside, jackass. Judgmental fuck. Yeah, maybe.
Comic book guy?
I think everybody in the building at that thing
All right.
is going as that guy. If you're not in a costume, you are
that
costume.
guy.
Yeah. You know.
Have you ever been a host at a con?
No.
Have you ever been a game master?
I think that means like a dungeon master, or maybe that's what, I'm not sure what that means.
I think it's just general game master, maybe for...
Like you hosted a game of some kind.
Yes.
No. Well, I mean, hey, you know, we do it on the show a little bit, but outside of that, no. So we can go with no for that.
Have you ever been a computer lab monitor?
No.
Have you ever been to a LAN gaming party?
No.
Which... For those of you listening around who don't know what LAN is, there was a time before the internet where we had to actually take our computers physically to someone else's house and then network them up.
I have a feeling you might have done something like that.
Potentially.
Oh, it's like that.
No,
okay.
I have.
I thought so.
In fact, I can say yes to the next one, which is in charge of a LAN gaming party.
Not me, but you, sure.
Have you ever been in a fan club or on their mailing list?
Yes.
Have you ever created a fan club?
No.
What is stopping you?
Is that on the quiz?
No.
Because I was going to say, that's very intuitive. No. But I did join like an Iron Man fan club newsletter thing, and I was a little kid, fucking found it in Comics Buyer's Guide in the classified section. I suggested the name of the mail column, and they took it and ran with it. Iron Mail.
Nice.
So there you go. That's my claim to fame as a 6-year-old, 7 or 10, whatever the fuck it was.
Now, Bill.
Sir.
I have to do air quotes for this one because...
Please do.
So, have you ever been that guy at a concert?
That guy.
It's in quotes.
That guy could be a lot of different guys, man.
That's all it says.
Depending, sure. I've been that guy that doesn't really move or groove, and just kind of like is like just looking like he's thinking at just taking it in, like, you know, like, is he here? Is he not enjoying this? I've also been that guy where the only thing that dances is one leg. You know what I mean? And it's just going to the beat.
I'm going to give that one to you.
Okay.
Because there is no classification. It just says that guy.
I'm sure we've all been that guy.
Yes.
I don't know if it were more specific.
Have you ever been in the SCA?
Am I going to have to take a guess at this? Screen Crabbers Anonymous?
I have no idea what it means.
The SCA.
I'm assuming because we don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's a secret clandestine association. That's what it is. And that's why we don't know.
Well, the next question is seriously involved in the SCA.
No, it was all for kicks.
Okay. Have you ever been a Trivial Pursuit winner more than 10 times?
No, but I have one.
Have you ever been called a geek, nerd, or otaku, freaky, etc.?
Yeah. I don't know. Not much past nerd.
Okay. Several times? Have you been called those things several times? That's the follow-up.
Yeah, sure.
Have you been labeled socially inept?
Inept might be pushing it.
Okay.
I think inept implies that I will accidentally flip a table when trying to put ketchup on a burger. You know what I mean? That sounds like the kind of thing that is.
I don't think they meant that far out.
Maybe not. But let's just go forward. You know.
Okay. Well, see, it's funny because there are two follow-ups to that, which is, have you ever been labeled socially inept by your friends?
Oh, probably.
And
maybe not that exact phrase, but we know what they meant.
And have you ever been labeled socially inept by your family?
No, not socially. Maybe in some other aspect.
Have you ever? Oh, we got more quotes, Bill. Have you ever been in SMART classes? SMART is in quotes.
Accidentally, yep. They moved me. They came in 2 weeks later, and they were like, "You're supposed to be with these other kids." And I was like, "Oh, I know all these clowns." When I walked into that room, I was like, "Oh, these are the people I know."
Have you ever been asked to fix someone's computer?
Sure.
Are you on speed dial as someone else's personal tech support?
No.
Have you ever been on a game show?
No.
Were you ever a scout for more than 10 years?
No.
Were you a high school mascot?
No.
In marching band?
No.
In the show choir?
No. Well, jug band? Does fake ass jug band count?
Was it in a show?
It was in a play?
Then I think that counts.
Okay, 5th grade. There you go.
Have you ever been to band camp?
No.
To math, science, or computer camp?
Never any kind of camp like that.
What about in chess club?
No.
On any sort of academic team?
No.
In a math competition?
Yeah. I won first All City 1993. I have a giant pin, and it's all the signs like addition, subtraction, multiplication. It weighs like 60 pounds. It's all solid gold. It's pretty fucking cool. No, never. Come on.
All right. What about a science competition?
Mm-mm. Well, I mean, science fairs in
Yeah.
grade school, like early grade, back when I was a student and I was doing things.
Then I can ask the follow-up I couldn't ask to the last one, which is, did you place high or win?
No.
What about a computer competition?
No.
Have you ever been to a museum of your own free will?
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever been dumped at a dance?
No, but only because I've never gone to a dance.
There's
other sadness.
Okay. You're going to love the last question in this section.
Okay.
Have you ever been dumped at a Star Trek convention?
Jesus Christ. I was, and I was like, beam me out of here. Ba-dum-bum. Drum set out of nowhere riffed on it, too. It was great. No.
All right, so the next section
is
also have you but it's have you section 2.
Gotcha.
So have you attended a geek party or festival?
Geek party or festival? I'd say no.
Have you been really excited about attending that geek party or festival? So,
well, chances
okay.
are, if I ever was invited, I'd be like, yeah, I'll check that out, and then just didn't go.
Which also means you have not thrown a geek party or festival.
No, I don't think so. Does like having more than 3 people over to watch a movie count? Like, or putting.
You know what? Well, I guess since they didn't define it.
Well, you know what? Fuck that. The last episode of Preacher, we basically had an impromptu. There was 3 people here.
What I was going to say was, how many people do you need for a party? Like everybody. So let's go D&D terms, right? Yeah. If you're playing with 3 people, that's a party technically. They didn't say it had to have cake.
Fair enough. I think it's what it's saying is like, there's a single, there's a pair, and then there's a party. Yeah. There's 3, but I would say you can't really have a party until you have like 5 or 6.
Okay.
But that's only because those first 3, it's just like we're waiting for other people to get here, like
Did you beta test this Geek Test?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Have you role played?
My role played like in the bedroom?
It literally just says role played.
Dungeons and Dragons?
I think we could go Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes,
it's the safer road.
Yes, I've played some Dungeons and Dragons in my day.
Have you ever done that more than 3 times a week?
3 times a week? No. We didn't play that hard.
What about for 12 hours straight or longer?
12 hours straight or longer. No, but I came close in one of those early age Dungeons and Dragons sessions. Legendary length.
So the question I have is,
right,
if the party goes for 12 hours, but your character dies 2 hours in, right, does it still count? Because if
right, it's a good question. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're there, right?
Yeah. No, yeah. It's like, you had to sit there and hear all this shit. But I probably, because you know why? Because like you come back and shit. Like you can be brought back to life during those things sometimes. Yeah. So there's that. But what I wonder is like, sometimes you end up in a pocket dimension or something, and then time works differently there. So then what do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, whose time is this? Is this game time or is this reality time?
Does it count if we only played physically at my friend's house for 2 hours, but I ended up in a pocket dimension for 17? Like, how do I answer this question?
I really want to give that to you just because this is the Geek Test.
Well,
and that is a very geek answer.
You are the proctor, sir. So this is falling onto your.
I'm going to give you that one.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, hey, you're in charge.
But let me ask. So you said you came close. Are we talking 10 hours, 11? Like in the real.
Close to 10, man. By the time we were done, it felt like fucking. It felt like they were doing a 3-meeting kind of game in one sitting.
Okay.
And we were just like, dude, we're still going. Holy shit. And it was cool. It was better than our usual Dungeon Master. Like when these 2 kids were like, yo, we're going to do something else on the side. Don't tell Danny. And I was like, all right, whatever. Fucking Dungeons and Dragons drama. But it ended up being a little more fun, more interesting, that's for sure. But anyway, back to the quiz.
All right. Have you ever introduced several people to RPGs?
Rocket-propelled grenades? No. But role-playing games? No, never, not really. I got pulled in.
Okay. What about, have you ever gamed in a tournament?
No. No, sir.
Okay, so that means you haven't won.
No, sir.
Have you ever gone to a party just to play Trivial Pursuit?
No.
Have you ever had a phone number with Geek as the last 4 digits?
Oh, what am I, an asshole too? Like a geek and a pretentious prick? Like, Well, if you don't have a business and you go out of your way to do that kind of shit, like, I don't know what to fucking make of you. It's like if you're just like a rocker dude I know, and his number's like 876-ROCK. Like, what are you, a radio station?
Well, the follow-up is and or something equally geeky.
Right. No. Not that I know of.
Have you ever worn a costume other than for Halloween or a theatrical production? Have you ever just gotten dressed up?
even if I didn't go outside, did I ever just,
Yeah.
put on my best Gordon Shumway, top to bottoms? No, can't say I have.
Have you ever worked for a Renaissance fair?
No.
Have you ever criticized normality?
Yeah.
I almost couldn't get that one out.
like, yeah. I'd say I definitely have.
Have you ever taken the Mensa test?
No. That would be interesting. That would be fun, though. I did a lot of similar kinds of tests, though, when I was a kid. They had me, I went through all this psychological testing when I was a kid. But, hey, that's, it happens. Anyway.
So the next question is, have you ever joined Mensa, which...
No.
Unless they don't usually let you in unless you pass.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if it's like a men's room in another country, and that's just how they say the word, and it just says on the door, Mensa. It's a women's, and this is a men's.
Mensa.
It's a mensa. It's a mensa room, Paisan. You go inside, you take out your drink, you go bling, 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 bling. All right, go on.
Have you ever talked to plants to help them grow?
I guess when I was a kid, a little bit, or something. Or when I knew that, I would actually kind of as a kid, you know what I would do? I would go over to the plant because I knew it wasn't the talking. I would just go over and go, as a little spaz kid, thinking I was doing something. Go on.
Have you ever quoted Yoda in a conversation or debate, at least semi-seriously?
Maybe. Sure. I probably have. Have I ever had a conversation semi-seriously? Rarely. But it has happened.
Have you ever gone to the movies alone?
Sure.
Have you ever gone to the movies alone regularly?
There was a phase.
Have you ever gone to a movie dressed up like one of the characters?
No.
Have you ever gone...
Might have wore a T-shirt. That's like the limit for me.
Yeah. The follow-up is more than once to multiple showings of the same movie.
Oh man, I don't know if I've ever seen a movie twice in the theaters. To be honest with you, like all my life, I don't know that that's ever happened. It might have when I was a kid, because as a kid, sometimes you would go to like movie parties or something, or you would get together with somebody's mom would be like, "We're all going to see Muppets Take Manhattan. Did you see it yet? Do you want to come?" And then you'd go. Like that's the only context I could see for something like that happening. I'd already seen it, but hey, I'll go with you guys. Whatever. But that's a long time ago.
The only time I saw a movie twice in a theater, I've on the same day, back to back, was I went to see one of the Lord of the Rings movies with my parents. It's one of the things that we do, we go and see it. Mm-hmm. We were walking out of whatever showing it was, and a group of my friends was walking in, and we're like, "Do you want to see it again? Do you want to hang out with us? We're going to hang out afterwards. We're going to see it and hang out."
Like, no, I'm chilling with my parents. I'm having fun.
And I was like, well, they're just going home, so yeah. So I turned around, went right back into the theater and watched it again.
That's a lot.
That was...
Did you fall asleep during the second run?
No.
Oh, my God.
That was back when I wasn't sleeping. Oh, wait.
Yeah, when has that changed?
Okay.
On with the test.
Have you ever waited in line 2 hours or more for movie tickets?
Yes. You know what was really cool? Back in 89, I think it was 89, when the Batman movie came out with Michael Keaton, local comic shop actually gave away tickets to go to a special screening. And I was like, oh, my God, that's great. But it was 8 o'clock in the morning. And it was like, before any of this was like figured out, like, you know what I mean? Maybe the Batman movie coming back was the first time, like, you know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, we do it on Wednesdays at a normal time. Back then it was like a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock because it was like, well, we'll just do it kind of a thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was probably the only time for a movie, to be honest with you.
What about 2+ hours for either a new video game or technical gadget?
Oh, no. Nothing. Because I was like, what? Waiting in line? No way.
Yeah. The follow-up is, have you ever waited in line 12+ hours for movie tickets?
No.
Or a video game technical?
Nope.
Have you ever skipped parties to program or repair computers?
No. I've skipped
about-
parties. I've left parties. Not for
Well-
that reason.
So, have you ever skipped parties to read or study?
No. Not that specifically, no.
To game or chat online?
No.
Or have you ever skipped a party because you're not cool enough to go?
Not quite, but definitely because I just didn't want to be there anymore. You know what I mean? That's usually it. And I'll do the Irish slip. I'll just kind of leave without saying nothing. And all of a sudden, like an hour later, I get calls and texts like, "Where'd you go?"
Have you ever argued about which Trek is the best?
Not argued. Maybe
it
had
says
a
argue.
rational discussion about it. But not. I don't get belligerent about my fandoms. You know what I mean?
Okay. Have you ever founded a club of any sort?
Not really. No, I don't think so.
Have you ever snorted while laughing?
Cocaine? If you mean like snorkel, like yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that. Yeah, sure.
Have you never turned down a date?
No, I've turned them down. Sure.
We're back
Advances.
to.
I'll make it like advances. Sure.
It says, have you ever held an office in the SCA? Which again, if anybody out there wants to let us know what this SCA is,
You know?
have you ever written articles for a geeky publication?
Yes.
Have you ever? Sorry, I've heard your podcast, so this next
okay.
one.
Loaded question.
Have you ever faulted a movie for its technical and/or historical inaccuracies?
Haven't we all? I'll just leave it at that. Who hasn't fucking given a movie shit for technical inaccuracies?
There are two follow-ups to that. Have you ever faulted a movie for missing important elements of the book it's based on?
Sure, motherfucker.
And then, have you ever faulted a movie for missing important elements of the comic book it's based on?
Oh, no, never. No, who cares? No big deal. Yeah, I think I have. Pretty sure.
Have you ever used authenticity police in a sentence?
No, but now I want to. I feel like that's
Right?
new for me.
That's new for me, too.
Where are the
feel like that's-
authenticity police? That's probably something that's been around, and we just never heard it. I bet you.
You know what? There needs to be a new segment.
Oh, yes, we'll work on that. There's something there. That name is too good.
And lastly, have you ever framed your scrolls?
My scrolls. No, I don't think I've written any scrolls.
Now, I will be honest.
I should.
I took this a completely different direction, and I checked the box because I thought they were talking about framing web scrolls,
Oh, that's like a coding thing?
like a coding thing.
Okay.
I was like, well, a frame in a frame is kind of like that, but that's where I went with it. So,
All right. I don't know what to make of it.
all right. So now we are on to have you read?
Okay.
So I'm just going to run down the list as the have you read the following?
Sure. We'll just spit these out.
Yep. Douglas Adams,
No.
Piers Anthony,
No.
Isaac Asimov,
A little bit.
Arthur C. Clarke,
A little bit, yeah.
Octavia Butler,
No.
Stephen Hawking,
No.
Robert Heinlein,
A little bit.
Robert Jordan,
No.
H.P. Lovecraft,
Yes.
Anne McCaffrey,
No.
Tolkien,
A little bit.
Alan Moore.
Yes.
The companion to X books.
Yeah. Sure.
Books based on Star Trek or Star Wars.
Yeah, sure.
All the Harry Potter books more than once.
No. Not a
Comic
one.
book.
What was that?
Comic books.
All of them.
Of multiple ongoing series.
Yeah, sure.
Graphic novels.
Mm-hmm.
Manga.
Sure.
Geeky webcomics.
Yeah.
Fan fiction.
A little bit.
Hypertext fiction.
And still, I don't know. I'm hyper, but not for text, man. You know?
The Known World Handbook.
Don't know what it is. Sounds interesting.
Books on math or science outside of the class.
Science, yes. Math, no.
Books on grammar outside of the class.
Yes.
Books on history outside of the class.
Yeah.
Russian literature outside of the class.
Yet.
Gaming books.
Yeah.
Gaming books cover to cover.
No.
Entire calculator manuals.
Fuck no. What is it?
Entire computer manuals.
No.
Software computer language books.
The licensing agreement that you get from Apple. No.
Have you ever read for a reading circle or book club?
No.
And I love this one. Have you ever read joke, humor, or trivia books for self-enrichment?
Yeah. All of those.
Because I guess the whole thing is, yeah, I read them, but just for fun, not for self-enrichment.
Right.
So that wouldn't count.
Right. The lumping of these three means like, what, or just humor maybe is that thinking it's self-enrichment. Maybe that's the thing. Well, after heals the heart and all that. I don't know.
All right, that's another section down. This next section, Bill.
Ding. Where's the bell? There you go. First appearance of the
Things
bell.
that you want.
Things that I want. Let's bring the
Yes.
bell into this. Okay.
More Magic the Gathering cards.
No.
A real lightsaber.
Sure.
More computers.
I could use another one.
To work for Microsoft, Google, or Apple.
Yeah, sure. If they would have me. I'm sure they need somebody to sweep up and mop. You know what I mean?
To one-up Microsoft, Google, or Apple.
Fuck yeah.
To own your own comic book store.
Sure, why not?
To own your own gaming store.
Yeah, that sounds fun too.
A yurt.
Kafeway? Come again? Sorry, sir?
A yurt. Would you like a yurt?
Can I have a spelling, please?
Y-U-R-T.
Are we going to have to pause this and look this up?
No, I didn't look anything up.
Fair enough.
Oh.
I will defer to no.
Okay. A SEMO. Would you like a SEMO?
S-E-M-O.
A-S-I-M-O.
Asimo. That's
As-
I think that's the Toyota robot, maybe?
I think so.
Maybe. I think that's what that might be. And if it is, we'll say yes.
Okay. You want more friends?
Sure, why not?
More RAM?
Yeah, sure.
More GPS?
Yeah, it's helpful, sure.
100-sided dice?
I don't have that many things to How many options do you need? No.
To take over the world?
Yeah, sure.
To score well on this test?
Why not? Yes, sure.
Okay, now, I want or want to be the following.
Gotcha.
Jean Grey or James Howlett?
I pick one or just say yes to it?
Just yes or no.
Okay, yes.
Willow, Buffy, Xander, or Angel?
Yes.
7 of 9 or Jean-Luc Picard?
Yes.
Scully or Mulder?
Sure.
Harry Potter or Hermione?
Nah.
Mal Reynolds or Inara Serra?
No.
Caprica 6.
Caprica 6. What was Caprica 6?
That's Battlestar.
Is it?
Yeah,
I know
so.
Caprica is in Battlestar. I think Caprica 6 might be something else. But I'll say no. I'll pass.
The Doctor.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 6.
Yeah.
From the relaunch. Right. What was the next one?
The Doctor.
Like who? Like the Doctor Who Doctor?
It's
like,
spelled out,
it's
and it's
the
capital.
Doctor. Like
yes.
that's it now? We just call him the Doctor everywhere?
Yes.
Like I get that like you can drop that in a conversation about Doctor Who when you have said Doctor Who. But now it's like that? All
No,
right, I
it
wasn't
just
aware.
says...
The Doctor. It's
Yes.
like Madonna. I got you.
Yes.
We should all just know who that is.
You
Gotcha.
should.
Gotcha.
Well, visually, when it's spelled out, because I was told you're not allowed to say Dr. period who, because that's like totally wrong.
Oh, right. Because
so I'm seeing it. Yeah, no. So I'm seeing this and it's spelled out. So it's the doctor. Would you like to or want the doctor?
Sure.
Legolas or Frodo?
And how are we phrasing this question again?
I want or want to be.
Okay, no, I'll pass on those guys.
Leia or Amidala?
No.
Okay. Next up,
Ooh.
you believe.
Whoop.
So.
Hold on. All right, go ahead.
You believe in the Force.
Sure.
Unicorns and or dragons.
No.
Fairies, trolls, or leprechauns.
No.
Aliens.
Possible.
Vampires.
No.
That anything can be fixed.
Just about.
That Linux is the only worthwhile operating system.
I'm not familiar enough to make such a claim. I'll have to say no at the present time.
And lastly, you believe that all this has happened before and all this will happen again.
Yes, I kind of do, yes.
Okay. Now, that's it for that section, Bill.
Oh, okay, that's it. Another section down.
So, the following is a list of things that you regularly watch or have watched when they were on air.
Okay.
The X-Files.
Yes.
Star Trek, the original series.
Not when it was originally on air, but yeah.
But when you watched it,
it was on broadcast,
and you watched it regularly, like say in syndication.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
That would
right. Okay, fair enough.
The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Voyager.
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine.
Sure.
Babylon 5.
Not really. I've watched some of it though.
Farscape.
Yes, absolutely.
Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm. You betcha.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You bet. Sure did.
Firefly.
Yeah, I did. Wasn't a big fan, but yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you only had to. It's not like you had to watch 12 seasons there, Bill. just
those 12 episodes, let me tell you.
Ooh. MST3K.
I've watched some of it, yeah.
Dexter's Laboratory.
No, not really.
Superhero cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, sure. You can form that in the phrase of a question, though.
Quantum Leap.
Yes.
Doctor Who.
Sure.
Big Bang Theory.
Nope.
The Red Dwarf.
Yes.
Highlander.
Mm-hmm.
Robot Chicken.
Yes.
Spin-off shows of any of the above.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
Obscure movies.
Sure.
Well, you know Grant Markham, so
there you go.
That's going to be a regular thing.
Yeah.
Foreign films.
A few.
Anime.
Yes.
Educational programs, i.e. PBS, History Channel, Discovery Channel.
Yeah. Sure.
Do you regularly watch the Weather Channel?
No, I do not. I barely watch the regular weather enough.
What about the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And lastly, bonus features on DVDs.
Oh, sure.
All right, next section, Bill.
Oh, fucking Bell.
It is. So, the following is a list of things that you have seen.
Now, I feel bad that I didn't put the bell in earlier on to keep people engaged. But now I feel like it's going to wake them up every time I put them to sleep.
You know what? Before we go on, I wanted to ask you a question, actually.
Sure.
Those shows you watched regularly,
right.
There were a lot of them you did watch. And almost like 90% of all of those are off air.
Right. Okay.
So my question to you is, of all of those, which would you like to see come back more? Now, I'm not saying what is actually coming back. I'm just saying, which would you like to see come back more?
Like new episodes of?
Either new episodes, I'll even go with a reboot, either way. Like, which would you like to see again as like...
To come back.
Turn on your TV at 8 o'clock every Thursday.
It's not reruns, is what we're saying.
Yes.
Well, we've seen what happens with X-Files, so we can say, all right, well, don't have to use that one. But Quantum Leap is probably the biggest one. I feel like Battlestar, it's like it was recent, and they should leave it alone for a while before they do something else with it. But Quantum Leap, that's easy out for me. Easy.
So, the following is a list of things you have seen at least 2 times.
Okay.
Blade Runner.
No.
Clerks.
Yes.
The Dark Crystal.
Probably.
The Fly.
Yeah.
Highlander the movie.
Yeah.
The Last Starfighter.
Probably.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
No. Once per film is enough for me, man.
So, I guess that means you haven't seen the extended director's cut more than twice.
On one of them, I did. On one of them, I owned like the extended director's cut, and it was like, hey, I know I'm home, but it's like, oof, yeah, it's just so long, brother. It's fucking long. Anyway, these trips, these journeys, I feel like I'm with them. Like, my feet are tired. Just can we take a break? All right, go ahead.
The Matrix.
Yes.
Any Monty Python movie.
Probably not, but I've seen a few.
Well, any of them more than once.
No.
Or more than twice. So
more than twice is the question.
Yeah, more than twice.
No.
Okay. All the Harry Potter movies.
Nope.
Princess Bride.
Yes.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No.
Spaceballs.
Yes.
Tron.
Yes.
War Games.
Yes. More than twice is the question, right?
Yep, more than twice.
Sure.
Shaun of the Dead.
No, but I could use a rewatch on that.
Any Star Trek movie.
Probably, yeah. I'd have to say at some point one of them.
All the Star Trek movies.
Oh, that's a legit question?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Don't run that deep.
The Star Wars original trilogy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to read this next one as it's written.
Okay.
The new Star Wars trilogy, despite Jar Jar.
Not all of them twice. Not all of them more than twice, I'll say. You know, I don't even know which one I might have seen more than twice, but I feel like I probably have.
Transformers the movie, the original cartoon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weird Science.
Weird Science. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
No.
Gattaca.
No.
2001.
Yes.
Comic Book the movie.
No.
Serenity.
Nope.
Donnie Darko.
No, probably just twice.
Avatar.
No.
Galaxy Quest.
Nope.
Any kung fu movie made before 1980.
Probably, but that's because I watched so many as a kid on local Channel 5 here in New York. Every Saturday was a kung fu flick, and then later on seen a bunch of them again, that I'm sure that I've seen like a bunch of them at the same time. Like, I know I've seen Flying Guillotine probably more than I should have ever seen it as a kid. Like, you know, it's a sidetrack. I'm not even going to get into it. Go on. Go ahead.
All right, so then that's it for that section, Bill.
All right, another one down. All right, who's keeping track?
So the next section is things that you own.
Okay. All right. I like this.
It says 10 or more of the movies above.
Previously listed in this questionnaire.
Yep.
And how do they say it?
It just says 10 or more of the above movies.
Oh, yeah, sure. Easily.
Which is almost a cop-out, because if you own all
the
Star Trek,
that's like,
or even just the both Star Wars and Lord of the Rings gets you to 9.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like that's,
each, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but excluding that,
yeah,
if you count those as one, I still
okay.
get more than 10.
A pocket protector.
No, new.
A Rubik's Cube.
Not currently.
So then you don't own more than 2 Rubik's Cubes.
No, I guess Rubik's Cubes keep coming up. I guess that's a big nerd factor.
It must be.
Right.
More than one Slinky.
No.
A 4-color pen.
Somewhere, yes. Yes, that's a very serious yes.
I have a follow-up.
Okay.
Does it still work?
Not all of it, I'm sure. I'm sure
Correct.
one color out of the 4-color pen probably works. And it's probably the purple or the green.
Okay.
You know.
Whole or partial set of figurines. That's all it says. So, like, you're missing one or two in the set.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll say no.
I'm going to skip the follow-up, which is that you customized yourself.
I did customize my G.I. Joes as a kid when I eventually started to get bored with them. A lot of war wounds.
You still owned them.
No.
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 All right. What about polyhedral dye?
Diethylene? Like,
Dice.
what?
No, just, more
Oh,
than
dye.
a 6-sided die. Yes.
Okay. It sounded like you were reading off the packaging of a Twinkie.
Oh.
Like, I didn't know what the word
Oh,
was. I
okay.
thought you were giving me a chemical. Polyhedron diethylene? Like, where are we going?
Yeah.
No, I don't own any multi-sided die.
Okay. What about a gaming book?
Mm-mm. No, like role-playing, I guess it means?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Or even video gaming, if they meant
Yeah.
that. No.
You own more than one Steve Jackson game.
No.
What about most of the Mage Knight line?
No.
DC Hero Clicks?
Nope.
Marvel Hero Clicks?
Nope.
Magic the Gathering cards?
Mm-mm.
A universal remote with LCD?
No.
3 or more computers for personal use?
No, that would be you.
That would be.
That would be. Well, I guess. Well, maybe I do. Right? I got a desktop. I got a laptop, and I have an iPad, which I think it might predate this quiz. The way this quiz is kind of coming. This quiz is feeling very 1990.
I'll give you that one. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
It's basically a computer, so fuck it. Why not?
Do you have a computer currently running Linux?
No.
What about a server farm in your house?
Can't say I do. What am I, Clinton?
What about a Sun HP or SGI server?
I'm not sure what that might even BE.
Okay. What about 2 or more sound effects CDs?
No, but I do have soundboards. So we are out of
Yeah,
the
see,
CD
I-
era. So
Yeah,
no
I
wonder
think I'm
about
going to
this
give you that
quiz.
one.
You know, so put that, yeah.
What about art made from color gels?
No, I don't know what that is, but no.
You know, the ones that you put in, like, house lights to make it orange or red? Like the gels you put in front of the lamp. So there's like a red spotlight.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Yeah.
A techie black outfit. Which basically means you have a black shirt and black jeans. Okay. A toy lightsaber.
Nope.
A real lightsaber.
No, they're illegal.
The script to any Monty Python film.
No.
The script to any Star Trek film.
Nope.
The script to any Star Wars film.
Nope.
What about a rough draft of any of the above?
What are you, Maxwell Smart? What about, would you believe, a rough draft? No. The wrong movies. We're asking me about the wrong movies. If you're looking to find out what scripts I might have laying around.
That's What about several maps, atlases, and or globes?
Not several. I might have an atlas somewhere.
What about a
Herman Munster?
Yeah. What about a thermometer that also measures humidity?
No. I know what they're talking about. No.
A full set of encyclopedias.
Nope.
2 or more dictionaries.
Yes.
2 or more calculators.
Maybe somewhere there might be. If you went through all my crap, yeah.
You have at least one chess set.
No.
At least one trivia game.
No, not really. No, not right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is more than. Either way.
Fair enough.
If
I don't have one, sure.
Yeah.
So how
what about more than one video game console?
Yeah.
What about more than one pre-1985 video game console?
No.
What about beakers, test tubes, or petri dishes?
Well, no, but, we're in the lab. We're in the Wicked Theory laboratory right
Yeah.
now, so they're around. But I don't. No, I don't own them at home.
Yeah, it's company property.
Exactly. It's for official use only.
Now, my favorite part is the follow-up to that is, and use them as cups or dishware.
Now, if I had them at home, that's what they would end up being, and probably ashtrays. But hey, that's me.
What about an exotic animal?
Do I have one? Wait, what is the
Yes.
question?
Yes. Do you own?
Well, hey, wow. What a I'm thinking, like, if you own an exotic animal, is it still exotic? Like, it's here. It's with me. How exotic can it be? No, I do not.
What about an endangered species?
No, that would be fucked up. I'd probably kill it. Poor thing.
What about a voltmeter?
No.
Binoculars?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
A spyglass?
No.
A telescope?
No.
A microscope?
No.
A magnifying glass?
Maybe. No, actually, I do.
And a laser pointer?
No. I'll say no.
Well, Bill, you have officially reached intermission.
Oh. All right, let's all take a break, stretch our legs, work out the kinks.
Hey, can I say we'll be back after these messages?
No, fuck it. Let's just go right through it.
Aww.
Oh. Well, I'm looking at the clock, and I figured, why not? We'll just stretch a little bit, and we'll get right back into it. Where are we now?
We are in the I want to be or I have been
Okay.
following.
Okay.
A wizard or witch.
Oh, sure, I'll be that.
A superhero.
Sure, I'll be that.
Physicist.
That sounds fun.
A historian.
No.
An economist.
No.
A librarian.
Nah.
A meteorologist.
No, I'll pass.
An astronomer.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I'm going to tweak this question just for you. Cassidy.
Would I want to be a vampire?
Yes.
Or would I want to be Irish and drunk? Which one
vampire.
of these is?
Vampire.
Vampire. Yeah, well, if I'm getting bit and the options are either you're one of us or you die, I'll go with I'll be one of you.
Okay.
That could be fun.
A professional sound techie.
I don't know about that. That sounds like it could be a little bit boring.
A professional lighting techie.
Yeah, it's a good paying gig, but not really.
Okay, that was a quick section.
A quick section there. Okay,
Yeah.
We'll give it like a half. Like a half.
All right,
like a
there
half
you go.
bell.
All right, so these are things that you would like to. That's how it starts.
Oh, okay.
You would like to
Gotcha. ...
play with numbers.
Are they like the plastic ones that have the magnets on the refrigerator?
It just says play with numbers.
No, not if we're talking about math. No,
Words or sounds. Play with words or sounds.
I do that already. Sure.
Play with hazardous chemicals.
Just run it through my hands, just like it's finger paints.
It just
play
says
with
play.
it.
I don't know the context. It just says play with them.
Sure. Maybe I'll get some superpowers out of it.
What about you would like to make documentaries?
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Read on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah, okay.
Go to the library.
If I have to.
That doesn't mean you would like to.
Doesn't sound like it, right? All right. I would probably not like to go to the library.
Okay. Browse the dictionary to learn new words.
Not quite my thing.
Browse the geek web ring.
It sounds like something I could get trapped in.
Do web rings even exist anymore, I guess?
Palmer, I don't even know
Kinda.
what the fuck a web ring is.
You don't remember those? That was
Not
back in
really.
the GeoCities days. Like,
Okay.
you would be like, I like this site. And it would be like, you want to see something else? And you'd hit next. And it would just take you to the next site in that thing.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think I do. Holy crap. That's just something I didn't need to remember. Okay. Oh, yeah. What are you drinking there, buddy?
Just a little Mountain Dew.
Little Mountain Dew.
And I'm telling you, if there's a food section to this quiz, and I don't remember there being one, Mountain Dew should be on here.
Fair enough.
Just,
Unofficial sponsor of the Big Geek Test.
Yes. Actually, it's the unofficial sponsor of almost every geek.
Well, of everything you do, that's for sure.
Well, no, that's mainly coffee.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Back to the quiz.
Yeah. What about logic games? You like logic games?
Yeah, sometimes. I usually don't solve them, but I like to try.
What about putting together puzzles?
Yeah, I've had some fun with that, sure.
Helping people with their finances.
How do we phrase this question again?
I like to.
No, I do not.
You like to.
I do not like to help people with their finances.
What about use your computer first thing in the morning?
I do.
The next two are extremely, extremely geeky. Use 1440 by 900 or higher.
Is that a resolution? I think I do, yeah. On a few devices.
Intentionally use 800 by 600 or lower.
Intentionally, I like that. I like it the way it was. No. I don't think so.
Do you like to program? It just says program. There is no qualifier to that.
If it's like autonomous robot slaves, then yeah, sure. I mean, that's part of my taking over the world, which we covered earlier.
Ah, okay.
Fair enough.
Play RPGs.
Not really.
Watch bonus materials on DVDs / Blu-ray.
Sure.
Which we now know you do regularly.
There you go.
Thanks to earlier. So.
Right.
Work mathematical problems.
They're all work. You know what I mean? Too much work for me. No, that's a pass. That's a big pass.
What about work chemical formulas?
Not really. I don't know enough chemistry. I don't even think I ever took chemistry, to be honest with you.
Do physics in your head.
Oh, all the time. I'm like, if I put this foot in front of the other foot, I'm going to propel forward. So, yeah, why not?
Tinker with electronics.
I've been known. Sure.
Create geek crafts.
A little bit, yeah.
Cross-stitch or embroider video game sprites and motifs.
No, not that.
Make people think you're weird.
Yeah, a little bit. I've been known to feed into it. Sure.
Play with Lego.
Absolutely.
Listen to NPR or AM radio.
Yeah, a little bit.
Operate a ham radio.
Never did it. No.
Contribute to an open source project.
I've done that, sure.
To multiple open source projects.
Yeah, I guess.
Watch public access TV.
A little bit. I've done some of that.
Celebrate geeky holidays like Pi Day.
No, fuck off. I hate those fucking days.
Listen to audiobooks or books on tape.
Yes.
Learn on your own.
Yeah, sure.
That is it for that section.
Another one down. Kids. Are you keeping track? How far are we along in this thing here, buddy?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 more sections.
Fuck. All right, come on, let's go.
All right. You play the following.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Jackson games.
Nope.
Warhammer or similar games.
Nope.
Call of Cthulhu and or similar spin-off games.
Nope.
Chess.
Nope.
Word games.
Yes.
Many types of board games, of board and card games. Many types of board and card games.
Okay, sure.
Interactive games on multiple devices.
Yeah, sure. Oh, wait, no. No, I'll say no to that.
Trivia games.
Yeah, sure.
Games that have received a Mensa award.
Maybe. I wouldn't know.
A lot of solitaire games. Which isn't... I presume that to be games that you can play on your own, not games of solitaire.
Yeah, I was going to say it. But, yeah, I guess so.
Now, remember, this is you play... So, Devo.
What was it? Bevo?
Evo.
With a
Whip
B? Oh,
Evo. Evo, the band.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? No, not really.
Weird Al.
Yes.
Dr. Demento.
No.
Man or Astro Man.
I think I have.
Geek Rock, which they are classifying as Weezer, They Might Be Giants, Ween, and Jonathan Colton.
Then sure.
Nerdcore.
A little bit.
Wizard Rock.
I will now. So no, I didn't know. No one told me.
Books on tape or CD.
Noticing some repeating questions in this big thing, but go on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Show tunes.
No.
Cartoon soundtracks.
Yes.
I love this next question.
Mm-hmm.
Music that nobody else listens to ever.
Yeah. I'm going to say yeah.
Okay. No sports. So
What do I play? No
it
sports?
would be you play no sports.
That would be correct.
The accordion.
No.
More than one musical instrument.
No.
Computer strategy games.
No.
Fantasy sports.
No.
MMORPGs.
Mm-mm.
The follow-up to that I have to share with you is to the point where I needed an intervention. So, yeah.
Some people.
Yep. An excessive amount of computer games.
No. No.
Risk.
No. Never really played Risk, I don't think.
Because the follow-up to Risk is one of my favorite follow-ups to this entire, which is all the way to the end.
All right, yeah, I don't know. It's very few games like that, old school games, like I think that we ever actually finished. But go on.
That's it for that section.
Did?
Next up is the section that things that you wear.
Okay.
Glasses.
Nope.
The follow-up for those following along at home is that you repaired yourself.
That have white tape in the middle. No.
T-shirts, ties, underwear, etc. related to computer humor or fandom.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Comic book humor or fandom.
I have comic book related boxers.
Science or math humor.
No.
Clothing that proclaims geekhood.
Yeah, sure.
Purses or bags that proclaim geekhood.
No, not anymore. They got stolen. No purses or bags.
A fanny pack.
No. No.
Ugly or vintage clothing.
No, not me.
Only black T-shirts.
I do have a lot of black T-shirts.
But not only.
Correct. Right. That's not. I don't design my wardrobe to only have. Right. Correct.
As little brand name clothing as possible.
Yes.
My shirt. No. Your shirt tucked into your underwear.
No. My shirt tucked into your underwear.
A hand-knit R2-D2 beanie.
No.
Spock ears.
Sounds cute though, but yeah, and no Spock ears either. No.
The follow-up to Spock ears is permanently due to plastic surgery.
Oh my God, could you imagine? That dude just wins the quiz. The quiz should just stop, and then it's like you win. Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Oh, hold on. The next is vampire teeth.
No.
And then the follow-up is permanently.
Old. Yeah. No.
What about a digital watch?
No, used to, but not anymore.
How about a day of the week underwear?
No.
And lastly, suspenders.
No.
Okay.
Thank God.
That is it for that section.
All right, another one down. Woo-hoo.
So now we're up to things that Bill collects.
Oh, geez. All right.
Comic books.
Indeed.
Gaming books.
No.
Superhero paraphernalia.
Does that mean like they're weapons? Or just like anything that's just superhero related in general?
I think it would be anything.
Okay, fair enough then, yeah.
Spoons.
Just spoons.
I didn't know it was a thing, Bill.
I'm not. I mean, I guess if you're into heroin, maybe that's a thing. I don't know if the kids still do that with the spoons.
Yeah, I don't know.
In this day and age, they're probably doing it somewhere. How else? They probably cook up a giant vat in the kitchen nowadays. I don't even give a shit. But I'll pass on spoons. No. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because there's like decorative spoons. I've seen these collections. Yes, it's coming back to me now. But no, I do not.
Calculators.
Nope.
Vintage computers.
Nope. I have old computers laying around. I wouldn't call it a collection.
Bugs.
No.
Trains.
No.
Pins.
No.
Snow globes.
Nope.
Neat-looking rocks.
This one's nifty. No.
Stamps.
Mm-mm.
Coins.
Mm-mm.
Dirt.
Dirt? I might collect dust. If I'm sitting at my desk for too long. But dirt? No. Can't say I do.
Dice.
No.
Baseball cards.
No.
Plush microbes.
Flesh-eating microbes?
No, it just says plush microbes.
No.
Anything mock or mimb.
I don't know what those are, so obviously not.
Non-computer electronic components.
Oh, my God. You know what's funny is that because of the artwork that I do have a bunch of that kind of shit laying around, so that's a yes.
And then vintage video game consoles.
No.
The difference, I think, between this and the last thing is I don't think the ones that you collect have to work.
Right. Maybe it's like hoarding kind of a question.
So now we are on to the next section, Bill.
Ooh.
This is, again, things that you have done.
All right.
You have cracked software.
No.
Hacked into another computer system.
No.
Had long Mac versus PC debates.
I've had brief ones. So
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they really want the long one.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's got to be longer than those old Mac PC commercials.
Fair enough.
Created an operating system.
No.
Beta tested software applications.
No.
What about beta tested games?
I won't say beta tested, but I've played beta versions. So with that, I'd say no, because I didn't give feedback. I wouldn't call it testing.
Corrected intel on hardware specs.
No.
Created ASCII art.
No.
Really?
What do you mean, really? Like
I just get the feeling.
I know what it is, but it's just. It seems so. Okay. All the power to you, but it seems like a thing. It's like, typing to do artwork.
No, I'll get it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had more fun in typing class when they used to let us actually draw with the typewriter. Like some of the assignments would be like, all right, just follow these line assignments, like X 20 times, then 1, 1, 1, then 5 more times, then 2, 2. Like, you know what I mean? Then when you're done, you look at it, oh my God, it's Marilyn Monroe. Like that kind of a thing. But hey, that's about the limit. It's not ASCII though.
Okay. Altered registry files.
Mm-mm.
Used Usenet or IRC?
No.
Created a news group?
Mm-mm.
Ripped, equalized, and meticulously archived your music collection?
Yes. I wouldn't say meticulously, but there was a time when I was trying to convert all my CDs over, and since then, like, that computer fucking crashed, and I was like, what the fuck did I bother for? You know? So, there's that.
Created a computer and or video game?
No.
Followed newspaper comic strips online?
Say that again? Followed them?
Followed them, yes.
Yeah, maybe to a degree, sure.
Followed webcomics regularly.
A few of them, yeah.
Created a webcomic.
No, thought about it though.
You have a computer at home with no cover on it.
Oh, like it's got the tower has the case.
Yeah.
The case cover of it. No,
Yep.
no.
Designed a robot.
Like a real robot.
It just says designed a robot.
When
Bill.
I was a kid, me and my cousin, we never finished it, but we were trying. You know.
I'm gonna give you that one. Feeling generous.
We were little. We had glue and stuff from around the house.
Very nice.
I think we might have got in trouble, but we.
So that means. So I'm guessing you didn't build a robot.
We assembled. We did not complete it. No.
Okay. What about a go-kart? Have you ever built a go-kart?
No.
What about a computer?
No.
Have you ever participated in distributed computing projects?
Wait, huh? What? Then no.
That's the right answer for you. I think.
If I don't understand the question, then probably not.
Have you ever designed a nuclear device of some sort?
I think for legal sake, I'll have to say no.
Have you ever built a nuclear device of some sort?
I'm like Matthew Broderick in the Manhattan Project. I was just trying to do a science project. That's all. That's all it was. That's my really bad. That's my really bad.
I feel like there's a I think there's a subtext to this quiz,
right.
Where it's like if you answer certain things, right?
Yeah.
It'll send like the NSA a thing. It's like this guy could be an evil genius.
Right. This is actually like a recruiting tool for some like nefarious think tank or something like that. We're gonna get something in the mail that's like you scored more than a 600.
Well, you're going to like the next one. Plotted world domination to some extent.
Yes, to some extent.
Destroyed things just to see how they work.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Played World of Warcraft.
No.
Played EverQuest.
Nope.
Defeated Final Fantasy.
Did we get to the last guy? I think maybe Final Fantasy VII. We worked as a team at my friend's house like every day to get through Final Fantasy VII. We had the quest, like the official handbook too, to kind of like help you, and it just gave you all the fucking answers, like kind of thing. But yeah, I think we did that.
All right. So then the next is defeated all the Final Fantasy games.
No. Didn't finish another one besides that one, by the way. Bought a couple afterwards, but just never got to the end. Maybe not even the middle.
What about played video/computer games for 12 plus hours straight?
Straight. It's possible, man. It's possible.
I think I'll give you. I'm gonna say I'll give you a 15-minute break to eat.
Oh yeah, that kind of thing. Sure. I remember being at my friend's house and we would play some video games, and we would be there for just all fucking day and just be inside.
You know what it is? This is for our generation and older. I remember like going over to someone's house, and it wasn't like WoW where you'd sit and play the same game for 12 hours, but the kid who had the NES or the Super Nintendo, you went over to his house and you did play games for like 12 straight hours, but it was just like you played like 50 games in those.
Yeah, you all had multiple games.
Yeah.
Especially if you were like talking about like the NES kind of era, because I think that era was all those games had like short burnout span for a play session. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like Mario Brothers, it's like, okay, we can only like, get through it and play it so much before. But then like stuff like Tomb Raider started to come and Final Fantasies, where it was really about like, oh, this game almost like it doesn't have any breaks. It doesn't have any pause spots or any natural kind of ending. Like just all of a sudden you're in the next zone, level, board kind of thing. Or in a Tomb Raider, like you're the next. Now you're automatically the next tomb, basically. Like it just rolls you right into it, like never endingness. And I feel like that's a thing that like really changed it. Like, you know what I mean? I remember just sitting there at my friend's house playing Tomb Raider, just like because it was just so cool at the time. It was different, like, you know what I mean? And it was like, oh my god, trying to find like the hidden stuff, and taking turns because it's like, all right, I played for 2 hours, you go, and then like finishing the game in like 2 days, 3 days, like. But back to the quiz.
Have you ever created a website? What about created a website before 1996?
Technically, yes.
Submitted your personal website to a search engine?
No, not like, I don't know. Like, is there an official thing you send out to?
That was pre-Google kind of a deal.
Fair enough, then no.
Owned a personal domain?
Yes.
Owned a personal domain before 1996?
No.
Which, by the way, would have been expensive. Just
okay.
Put it out there.
Okay.
Moderated a listserv or forum owned by someone you met online?
No.
Created a listserv or forum?
By forum, like a message board?
Yeah.
Sure.
What about had more than 5 screen names?
Yeah.
Met and dated someone over the internet, though not through a dating site?
Yes. Yes. Exactly that, actually.
Did you marry that person?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Have you exaggerated on this test to score better?
No.
Have you flat out lied on this test to score better?
No, but I could be lying now.
Those are my 2 favorite questions from this quiz.
That's funny.
We have 2 sections left, Bill.
Let's keep it rolling.
All right, so this section is things that you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know C, C++, Java, and or something else. C#.
No. All I know is some HTML.
So Lisp, Ada, CGI scripting, Pascal, Delphi, COBOL, and or Fortran. Python or Perl.
No.
Basic.
No.
ASCII. HTML, you said yes to.
Yep.
1337 Speak.
What? No.
Yeah, that I said that wrong, but Latin.
No.
What HTTP stands for?
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
There it is. What DPI stands for?
Dots per inch.
How to communicate color in Pantone terms?
It's all about the numbers, baby.
What E equals MC squared means?
It's energy equals mass times acceleration.
There it is.
Okay, there you go.
What managed code is?
Not really. I probably should, though.
How to write shell scripts?
No.
The 3 laws of robotics?
No. I couldn't recite them, no.
And who invented them?
They are Arthur Asimov. Those are Asimovs, I believe.
No.
C. Clarke?
No, it was Clark. And then it says Clark's third law.
Don't put your penis in a robot?
You know what? I think it was in the top 10. I don't think that was the third one.
Okay, all right. He might have kind of prioritized them. I understand. But no, not off the top of my head.
How to set a telescope in polar alignment?
No.
The value of pi to 10 digits?
No.
More people online than in real life?
Do I know more people online than in real life? No.
Who H.P. Lovecraft is?
Yeah.
The airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I know where this bit comes from. I've seen stuff about it. But no, I can't. I don't know.
Okay. How to use special functions on a scientific calculator?
Not really, no.
Chemical symbols for 10 or more elements?
No. Doubtful.
The difference between speed and velocity?
No, but I could probably make it sound like I did.
The names of 3 temperature scales?
Celsius, Fahrenheit, and... Nope, I guess not. I can't think of the third
okay,
one.
because then the follow-up is, and the HTO, and the water freezing boiling points of each.
Well, then...
Whoa, all right.
No.
What about the difference between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion?
I think it comes down to the splitting of the atom, but I can't say that I do for sure, no.
And then can you explain it in detail?
No, we don't have that kind of time.
How to count in hexadecimal?
Mm-mm.
The difference between octal and octane?
No.
What RAM and ROM stand for?
Random access memory, and then random... No. Do you?
Yeah, it's a read-only memory.
Read-only memory. There you go. Very good. Good for you.
Who created MS-DOS?
No.
Who first implemented Windows on their operating system?
I believe it was shit, it escapes me. Fuck.
Want a hint?
Yeah.
It was in California. No, I know the answer.
I know that you know who it is. I was trying to not be named person specific. I was going to say because he stole it because it was like lifted from another company or some shit.
Yeah, that's who it was.
That's what I was going to say. Is
Xerox.
Xerox, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's what I was actually going for. Xerox.
What a patch means in computer terms?
Yeah, basically it just means it's new code added onto the old code to fix an error, like if that holds.
Yep. What the blue screen of death means?
You're fucked. Like your shit's done.
There it is. Now, the last round, Bill. We're there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is things that you know.
Things that I know.
Yes, all about Janine Sala.
No.
What increasing barometric pressure means?
Not really.
How to count to 31 on one hand?
Why would that be a thing? 31 on one hand. I don't understand. I guess, yeah, sure.
How to play 7 or more games with a regular deck or decks of cards?
No.
How to roll step and high step in time?
Mm-mm.
What GURPS stands for?
No.
Your age in binary? Your Jedi name?
It's no, I got nothing right now. No.
Your geek code?
Does that mean like my thing I stand by, my fucking motto kind of code?
I think so. I don't.
My mantra?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know what it is yet. Oh wait, no, I do. Hold on a second.
Don't ever tell me what I can't do, ever. This is destiny. This is destiny. This is my destiny. I'm supposed to do this. Damn it! Don't tell me what I can't do.
That's it. Don't tell me what I can't do. From
Okay.
Lost.
Nice.
There you go.
What about the relationship between chainmail and Dungeons and Dragons?
The relationship? Like, is there a thing? Like, what does that even mean?
That's what it says.
No, I guess. If that implies something more than the obvious, then I guess not.
The names of 5 or more Lord of the Rings characters. And no, you don't have to name them. I'm gonna trust you on that.
Yeah, I could probably squeeze out 5. Maybe.
What about 2 or more Dragonlance characters?
No, couldn't name one unless it was a shot in the dark.
5 or more comic book writers.
Sure.
5 or more comic book artists.
You betcha.
5 or more Star Trek characters.
Yeah.
What about 5 or more Star Wars characters?
Yep.
And lastly, it says from each generation.
Am I supposed to finish this?
So, no, I'm guessing it's Star Trek or Star Wars character, 5 or more from each generation.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I think, sure, yes.
Do you know the odd even number rule of Star Trek movies?
I think No. I was going to say, like, the odd ones are good ones and the even ones aren't the great ones or some shit like that. Which I think That's my only feeling of what that could be.
In what year the new millennium really started?
Oh, no, I guess not. No, I don't know what that even means.
What a thaco is.
Thaco. I feel like I've come across it, but no, I'll say no.
You know extensive useless trivia.
Oh, yeah, shit, fuck, yeah, man. That's what I live on.
How to write 1999 in Roman numerals.
No.
You know that the answer is 42.
Yes.
You know that you are a geek.
Sure.
All right, now we got to the bonus round.
Bonus round. All right. This sounds dangerous.
Now, the first one, the bonus round says, you are a female geek. Check all 5 boxes.
Fair enough.
The second one is, your profession requires a certain level of geekiness.
No.
Throughout your life, your level of geekiness has only increased.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Maybe we should dial it back. Like, my profession, as I guess, is what's paying my bills. Then no to the other one. And now what's the second one?
Throughout your life, your level of geekiness has only increased.
Yeah, I guess so. Like the passions and the interests. Yeah, it seems so.
What about, you think this geek test is really cool?
Really cool? That's pushing it. You know, I might have to lean no.
Okay. All right, and then there are 5 boxes here, so I'm gonna trust your judgment on this. You can think of other things that should get you points on this test.
Oh yeah, sure.
And how many boxes would you like me to check for you, Bill?
I'd say I could think of, if pressed, I could probably come up with 4. Okay. 4 other things.
All right, are you ready? That's it.
That's it. We're done. We're going to tabulate now.
I get the click the tabulation.
Oh, geez, man! I wish I had some kind of big thunderous music here. All right, hit it, buddy. I got something.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Now, do you want me to run down what the percentages are and then tell you what you got?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, you could do it like that.
All right. So, equal to or less than 10%, you have 9%, you have geekish tendencies. 9 to 15% geek. 15 to 25% total geek. 25 to 35% major geek. 35 to 45% super geek. Oh no, I'm reading this backwards. So it's 75% dysfunctional geek, 65% geek god.
Oh my god, I'm already confused. I don't give a fuck anymore.
So I'm just going to read you what you are.
Thank
you are
you.
at 39.66%. You are a major geek.
Oh, nice. And I felt like I was like saying no to a lot of that stuff.
Now,
all right, cool.
As someone who just took this test beforehand,
okay.
Would you like to take a stab at if I fell equal to, above, or below you?
I think you went above because there was a lot of more computer-based technical stuff that I know that was a lot of my hold back, if anything. So I would have to say, wherever me and you overlap, generally speaking, is a lot of the other areas, I think. So I would say that based on a lot of that kind of tech-based stuff, you probably scored higher than I did.
Yeah, I jumped. I took your major geek, and I was above a super geek, and I went extreme geek at 55.9%.
55.9%. Wow. I'm going to have to turn up the music for you and say that, wow, congratulations. You are a bigger geek than me.
I really don't know. If
this is to be celebrated. If this is a win.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't expect anything less.
Well, fair enough. The one thing I think that I knew about the quiz was that it did run the gamut like that, where it was very broad, and it wasn't just going to be about, nerd, geek, pop culture. It was going to run a gamut. It was going to hit some academic stuff, some tech
I will
stuff.
tell you, I like the way they have it, even though I couldn't read it well at all. But I like the scale of geekish tendencies: geek, total geek, major geek, super geek, extreme geek, geek god, and if you score too high, you are then a dysfunctional geek. And I think the idea is that you would have to answer so many of those questions that I think you would cease to be like, you're almost a robot at that point if you have that much knowledge and skill to answer yes to that many things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it'd be quite a bit. So, all right. So this has been cool, man. This was fun. We covered a lot of ground. This thing definitely covers a lot of ground. This test, this quiz. So I think one of the things we can do is we can tell people where to find it.
Yes, it is at innergeek.us. And if you want the direct, it's innergeek.us/geek-test.html. And I will remind you, Bill, to hopefully it will be in a link in the show notes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let us know what you scored.
Yeah, so we're going to title this episode Big Geek Test. So if people want to, either when you hear it, you want to hashtag at Wicked Theory on Twitter so that we can see you comment about it or something like that. But go take it. Send us an email to the show at podcast at Wicked Theory. You can send it to us there. And tell us what you scored on your own. Obviously, it'll be much faster for you if you're taking it at home. It won't be quite as long as this episode. You can obviously breeze through it much quicker. It is a little long, but I think that's the idea here. So, to remind people, what did I get? 315? Was that it?
You got a 39.6.
Yeah, see, I'm not good with numbers. I got 315 out of that somehow. 39.6 is my number. Palmer managed to score in the high 6 millions.
No, it was just 55.9.
So it's a cool little quiz. It's very rounded. It's very well rounded. So
I will say without me reading it to Bill and asking him follow-up questions, it took me about 20 minutes.
There you go. So it's a 20-minute quiz. So, hey, go check it out. And, you can drop a note in there with any emails you might be sending us anyway if you're a person who emails into the show. You just kind of mention, hey, I took the Big Geek quiz, the Big Geek Test, rather, the BGT, and I scored X whatever. And, we can all, measure our geekness against each other and, I don't know, and point and laugh, I guess.
Yeah.
But this was fun. This was cool. It was a nice way to kind of do something a little different for this episode and just try to find a way to kind of, involve people and get something else kind of going here once in a while.
Switch it up.
Switch.
You will.
There you go. Look at you. You're a bright guy with all these kinds of things. You're so good. All right, so let's wrap it up with a couple of plugs real quick. If anybody wants to follow or find our friend here, Agent Palmer, they can do so at agentpalmer.com. That's where you can find his blog about all kinds of geekery of his own, write-ups and articles and whatnot. You can find him at Twitter, at Agent Palmer. And you can hear him on the 7 Days of Geek podcast sometimes when they let him on the microphone, but he's the producer over there and he doesn't just help out here, he actually helps run the show over there a little bit. And I think that's going to cover your plugs, right? Unless I missed something.
Yep, that's mine. And then if you want to follow Bill, you can follow him on Twitter at Wicked Theory, or check out the website for older episodes at on wickedtheory.com.
Cool. All right, that's going to wrap us up, and check us out next week. Bye-bye.